6 days ago, the rookie dropped 31 on the Warriors. This is 6 days ago with Odell, because we know Odell was supposed to, I think he did though, meet with the Bills, but then he had that whole like thing on like the plane or whatever. So we finna react to a microphone. We're finna react to his Odell video.
Season. The biggest thing in the NFL that is happening this week, not a game, Odell Beckham Jr. is going to visit the New York Giants, his former team. My understanding is that visit is going to be Thursday and Friday. Interesting visit there. I know there's some mutual interest between certainly Odell and Von Miller, their chief recruiter.
I was really excited to record this video for you guys today because I thought today was going to be the day that I would come in front of you guys and say that Odell Beckham Jr. has officially signed with my favorite football team.
Oh no.
But like the title of this video suggests, this situation has taken an absurd. Check out our channel memberships program or our Patreon account. It's never expected.
I don't have as many people as I had yesterday. Y'all think I should make a Patreon?
It's always appreciated, and every penny we make goes straight back into the channel. Now that we get all of that out of the way,
this man Zeke. That had to be old Zeke because he was having like a great run. They said, what's his name? Max. How you say his last name? Like Duggan or something?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody?
He's not gonna win Heisman.
I brought you guys an Odell Beckham Jr. update. I was so confident that he was about to decide the Dallas Cowboys were his team. I even titled my video, OBJ has already made his decision. I mean, it's really between two teams in my opinion. I know he's scheduled visits with the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, and the Buffalo Bills. He's been in contact with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I do want you guys to keep in mind, while there are additional teams that could be added to the mix, those visits are the only ones that are confirmed at this point. Now, I'm going to be honest, it would be adorable to see Odell Beckham Jr. return to the New York Giants, who originally drafted him, now that they seem to be trending upwards in what was supposed to be a short rebuild this year. Turned out to be a situation where the New York Giants could potentially make it to the playoffs. And I'm going to be honest, if history is any indication for the New York Giants, there is no team in the entire NFL that is more terrifying than a New York Giants team that happens to make a wild card appearance, especially if you have zero expectations for the New York Giants team.
TCU,
well, I do think it would be
I don't think he's going to win
MVP or not MVP. The other two teams that OBJ could potentially join gives them significantly better odds at potentially winning a Super Bowl. The first team being the Buffalo Bills, where his glorified ring-chasing ex-teammate Von Miller has been consistently recruiting him all season long.
Von Miller gives me nightmares.
OBJ is going to come to the Buffalo Bills so he could be the wide receiver 3 or the wide receiver 2 in a pretty star-studded wide receiver room that features OBJ, Gabe Davis, and Stephon Diggs. When you have Josh Allen slinging the rock too, that's going to be absolutely terrifying for any defense to go up against.
It would be tough.
I don't necessarily think OBJ is trying to add another ring to his collection. I've said this multiple times.
If Odell went to the Bills, you can't tell me they wouldn't be tough. Like with him, Gabe Davis, and Stephon Diggs, they would be tough. I ain't gonna lie. Much as I could really care less about the Bills. It's not that I dislike them or anything. I hate the Cowboys though. So.
On stability at this point.
Anything that makes them better, I hate.
Team that'll offer him a large contract because he is now 30
I like
years
when the
old,
Cowboys
and this contract could potentially be his final big payday.
If they're bad, no one would care.
If there's a team that is kind of regretting the fact that they traded their former wide receiver 1, it's the Dallas Cowboys, Amari Cooper. I mean, it's unfortunate. I would never want any team, especially my favorite team, to make a trade that is even similar to the Amari Cooper trade. But the Dallas Cowboys, unfortunately, were in salary cap hell, and they had no choice but to trade Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns for literally pennies on the dollar. Since then, the Cowboys offense has been getting better and better. Ever since Dak Prescott has come back, with each and every game, he seems to be getting on the same page with both CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup.
Man. That was
game on Thanksgiving versus the New York Giants, not only being the most watched Thanksgiving football game in NFL history, with about 42 million eyes watching the Cowboys pummel the New York Giants. But in addition to this, you saw several tributes to OBJ via CeeDee Lamb making multiple one-handed receptions. I mean, I don't need to go into any more detail about the Dallas Cowboys' thirst for OBJ. And yes, it is thirst. And as a matter of fact, at the time that I'm recording this video, Adam Schefter even said that one executive on a team linked to Odell Beckham Jr. said this weekend is about a potential landing spot for the free agent wide receiver. It sounds like it will be Dallas. If you're in Vegas, your 2-1 favorite is the Cowboys, and everyone else is 5-2 or 6-1. But I've been covering free agency periods ad nauseum, bro. It rarely ever is the team you think it is, but we'll have to watch and see. The crazy thing about this video is the wild turn isn't about which team OBJ is about to choose. The wild turn is what happened to Odell Beckham Jr. on Sunday. So on Sunday, we got a pretty interesting piece of footage where OBJ was essentially getting escorted off of an American Airlines plane. So this definitely raised some eyebrows. What is going on? Why is Odell Beckham Jr. being escorted off of a plane? Well, we found out that apparently Odell Beckham Jr. was removed from a flight this morning. So the first tweet that got my attention about this situation is from Dove Kleiman, who said, "Report, free agent Odell Beckham was kicked off of a plane on Sunday. Flight crew said OBJ was in and out of consciousness and wouldn't put on his seatbelt. The flight got delayed after OBJ refused to leave, forcing everyone to get off." This tweet originally made me think it's a very serious situation. I mean, it originally came from Andy Slater saying, "Slater scoop." Bro, no offense, that is some...
No, see, that whole thing is weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. The fact, like, him not getting off the... So he was going in and out of consciousness. So I was thinking, like, oh, shoot, it had to be, like... Because they said medical emergency. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that's got to be, like, extremely serious. If he passing out, if he going in and out of consciousness. The part that I didn't get is whenever he was like, he wasn't going to leave. That's what kind of threw me off. Like, I'm not going nowhere. And he passing out mid-flight, or like before the flight even go. And he won't put his seatbelt on. So I didn't know. It was weird. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Cheesy ass. Like, nothing against Andy Slater, but imagine if every single time I'm about to
look at that Mahomes jersey right there.
I say something like microphone memo or Mike's memo or
Pat McAfee.
That actually sounds pretty
that's
fire.
A nice, like a little collector.
I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, Odell Beckham Jr. was kicked off of a plane in Miami on Sunday. Flight crew said that the NFL wide receiver was in and out of consciousness and wouldn't put on his seatbelt. I'm told the Los Angeles bound flight was delayed after Beckham refused to leave, making everybody get off. So yeah, when I read this originally, I'm like, holy crap, this is such a big deal. What happened to OBJ? Is he okay? Is he going to the hospital? Why would he refuse to put on his seatbelt? Like,
that's what I don't get.
Very strange situation.
It was weird, like,
according to Tom Pelissaro, this is what happened. At approximately 9:30 a.m., officers from the Miami-Dade Police Department were dispatched to a medical emergency at an American Airlines flight. The flight crew was concerned for a passenger, Mr. Odell Beckham, as they tried to wake him to fasten his seatbelt. He appeared to be coming in and out of consciousness prior to their departure, fearing that Mr. Beckham was seriously ill and that his condition would worsen through the expected 5-hour flight. The attendants called for police and fire rescue. Upon the officer's arrival, the flight crew asked Mr. Beckham several times to exit the aircraft, which he refused. The aircraft was deplaned, at which time Mr. Beckham was asked by the officers to exit the plane, and did so without incident. Mr. Beckham was escorted to the non-secure area of the terminal by the officers, where he made other arrangements. So that's really interesting. OBJ was in a situation where he was coming in and out of consciousness on a plane. Well, we have...
It's funny because when you say in and out of consciousness, you think, because again, I don't know what's going on with him, but the first thing I think of, it's something like extremely serious. But like, listening to it and watching, like, what if this man was just tired? Like, what if this man was just sleepy? You think it's like something crazy serious? That man was just tired. The man was just, you kept waking him up. The man was going right back to sleep. The man, leave me alone. Hitting you, get off me. I'm not putting my seatbelt on. I'm asleep.
Odell Beckham Jr.'s attorney on the situation saying what happened. And from Odell Beckham Jr.'s perspective, this is pretty peculiar. Check this out. Earlier today, Odell Beckham Jr. boarded a morning flight into Miami without any problems. The flight was delayed after boarding, and prior to takeoff, Mr. Beckham fell asleep with his blanket over his head, which is his normal practice for long flights. He was awakened and told that the plane was back at the gate and that he needed to get off the plane because he did not put his seatbelt on when asked. He responded that he was asleep and that he would
well, I told you, David. Well, I tell you. They said that man said he was asleep. His attorney said he was asleep with the blanket over his head. That's what he like normally do to go to sleep, right? So he put the blanket over his head to go to sleep. So what had happened was they woke him up talking about, hey, you need to get off the plane because you didn't put your seatbelt on when we said so. He was like, oh, I was asleep. I put on right now. They said, no, it's too late. You're getting off. So I guess
would put his seatbelt on.
I told you,
he was informed that it was too late and that either he would have to get off the plane or everyone would have to deplane. The overzealous flight attendant insisted on removing everyone from the plane instead of simply allowing Mr. Beckham to fasten his seatbelt and proceed with the flight. At no time was Mr. Beckham disruptive or combative. He was willing to comply with that seatbelt requirement, but the flight attendant wanted to prove that he had the authority to have Mr. Beckham removed from the flight. The airline proceeded to send Mr. Beckham's luggage to Los Angeles without him. That incident was unnecessary. Sleeping on a plane should not be a cause for removal from a flight. If they could wake him up when the flight returned to the gate, then they could have done the same thing to ask him to put on his seatbelt. So here's what OBJ had to say about the situation. And to be honest, I think I'm siding with Odell Beckham Jr. on this situation.
He low-key, like, they be calling him a troublemaker. And I don't even think he's a troublemaker. I think, like, the reason they call him a troublemaker is because, like, the stuff he does on the sideline. Like how you be throwing his helmet and kicking coolers. I think that's the only reason they call him a troublemaker. But if we keep it a buck, Tom Brady break tablets and cuss everybody out every single game. Didn't nobody call Tom Brady no troublemaker.
Because we've all been in that situation. You know that one guy that takes his job way too freaking seriously.
Like,
you know,
I get to put my seatbelt on. No, you're not putting
on this guy and show him who's boss.
We all know that douchebag that takes his job way too far when it's unnecessary. Look, could it have been a situation where OBJ actually was scaring some of the flight attendants because they kept shaking him awake, but he wouldn't wake up? Maybe he took something to fall asleep. It was harder to wake him up. I don't necessarily know, but this is what OBJ had to say about it. His first tweet was, never in my life have I experienced what just happened to me. I've seen it all. I could never make this up. Someone responded to OBJ saying, man loves attention. And Odell Beckham Jr. said, LOL bro, fuck up. You don't know shit about shit or what's going on. Imagine living in a world where I just went about my way and attention came to me for doing what I was doing on the field. I never craved shit in my life, but love and peace. Enjoy your day, little homie. Which, like, damn, I kind of feel empathy for Odell Beckham Jr. in this case.
That man would just sleep and they made a huge deal. Man would sleep, mind his own business. Probably had the best sleep of his life. What are you doing? Get up. Put your seatbelt on. You didn't put your seatbelt on, so you got to go. I could just do it on. No, you're not putting. No, you didn't put your seatbelt on when I said. So now you got to leave. I'm going to make everyone on this plane leave.
Final tweet is comedy hour. This is definitely a situation I didn't see coming. I mean, Odell was clearly just sleeping on a plane.
Well, I'd be hot.
Escorted.
I'd be so mad
because someone just took their job way too seriously and wanted him to exit the plane once he was awake. Or what I also think could potentially be the case is when you see a guy like OBJ not waking up when you're shaking him constantly, and then he finally wakes up, maybe his eyes are a little groggy, you might be afraid that he took something and he's in and out of consciousness. And once your flight departs for a couple of hours and he seriously needs help, there's nothing you could do, and then the airline will be viable.
So you can see both sides
where the airline truly didn't know what to do. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. I just thought it was a funny little thing to add on with all the other OBJ drama going on. Like, he's about to choose his team, and what team is he going to go to? And oh, by the way, he got kicked out of a flight.
Oh yeah, he got kicked. Oh yeah, let me not leave that out. He got kicked out the flight. The boy was sleeping too good. But the flight attendant was pissed because he couldn't sleep that well. Let me see if I can find a little clip with Odell Trayvon Diggs. Let me see. OBJ. The do Cowboys. It's probably gonna pop up. All right, here we go. So this should be okay. Nothing should happen to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Real quick though, because some of y'all, I don't know if some of y'all are, what's it called? Follow the Twitch channel. Because after this, I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. After this though, I'm going to Twitch and I'm reacting to the Buccaneers game. So follow me on Twitch. We're at 88, man. We almost at 100 in like a day and a half, almost 2 days. So follow me on there. I'm finna react to the what's it called? The games, the Buccaneers, Saints. They said Tom Brady came back, so we gotta react to it. And then there's another one. Crap, there's another. The Mavs, of course, Mavs and Suns. I might do like Dolphins, 49ers. I might do like some of the games I didn't react to yesterday. So follow me on the Twitch channel. And then we're gonna get after I play this, and then we talk just a little bit about, is he going to the Cowboys, yes or no? Then I'm gonna go to Twitch. So follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. Now back to this. You said what? Oh no. That boy got quiet. That man just said he just said he woke up from a nap. He said, I'm up now. I woke up from a nap.
Either that or somebody walked in and turned on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a couple things. Uh-oh. I said, look. Look. This was at no. I said look, but it wouldn't hit play. So this is Odell with Trayvon Diggs and Michael Parsons at the Dallas game versus the Suns, which we're going to be reacting to. But look at this, man. They over there like they best friends.
Move out the way. Move out the way.
You know Michael been wanting to get Odell.
How were the meetings today?
Love, man. Everything is good. God is good.
How were the meetings?
Everything is good, man.
Them man trying to keep it going. He said everything is good. He don't want no speculation, man.
They always forget me.
How you like Texas so far? I know you've been here a million times.
It's all good, man. I'm from the South. Been there plenty of times.
How was dinner? Where'd you go dinner?
But you know he wanted him so bad. He asked him what he had to eat today. That man said, "You like Texas? I know you from the South. How you feel about Texas?" That man said, "It was good. What'd you eat? What'd you eat for dinner? Tell me what you had on your plate." That man wanted to know what he was eating, dog.
Yeah, plenty of times.
How was dinner? Where'd you go dinner?
He said, "How was dinner?" That's wild. Nah, that's a wild question. How was dinner? That's great. I know you trying to welcome him. He might be pushing him away. Man, Odell ain't gonna sign. He ain't gonna sign with the Cow. What'd you eat? What'd you have for dinner? Let me know what'd you order. Like, dog.
Just went and grabbed some food, man.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
These man Odell, I just went to grab some
Everything
food.
is nice, bro. I ain't got no more. I plead the fifth on everything else.
How's Trayvon Diggs doing? How's he playing for you?
See what I mean? This man, back up, please. I'm sorry. If I was like Micah, dude, back up, man. We ain't gonna get him if you keep messing with this man.
He's a superstar. Look at these two. It's a dynamic duo. So just came to the game, man. You know, Devin Booker's my brother. Came to show love.
Oh, you went to see Book.
All right.
I forgot him to book it close.
Why I got to be paparazzi?
That man on that man neck. Look at this dog. I'm telling you, y'all ain't gonna get Odell because this one man. If y'all don't get Odell, it's his fault. Look how fully man on his head. Like what camera just on his neck. Like, dude, back up. Look, if he shoved him like Devontae Adams did, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, I get it. That man on his neck. Look at that. That man, you can't see the tattoo. That man could see his hair follicles. That man, what? God.
You told me to turn around.
That man hit him in the head. Okay. Hit him in the head with the camera. If I would have took off running.
Oh my God.
If I would have just.
Much love, man. Everything is good. God is good.
How were the meetings?
Everything is good, man.
This man just trying to watch the game, man. And they won't let him. Okay, because there's some Cowboys fans in here. If you're a Cowboys fan, do you want Odell for like multiple seasons, or do you just want it for this season? Multiple? Like how many? How many we talking about? Just 2, or are we talking like at least 2, 3 or 4? Even with the like injury history, like how I want y'all to keep it a buck. What's the like? How am I trying to say? No, do you want a more than one? That's the question. Of course, y'all want him this year because y'all got, especially with Jimmy G going down. This might be the Cowboys' greatest opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl. And if y'all make it to the Super Bowl, I remember last year I had a bet if they made it to the Super Bowl, I'd wear nothing but Cowboy stuff for a reaction. I might have to make the same bet. I don't know if y'all take me. They make it to it. Why? It's easy. Dak has never let me down. I'm trying to tell you, Dak ain't never let me down. He ain't gonna do it this. Oh. Dak ain't never let me down. Because I don't see regular season, it matters, but at the same time, it doesn't. Once we get to the playoffs, everything changes, man. Dak has never let me down for a whole season. Let me say that. When it came down, when I needed him to fail most, he did it.
Oh, man. Prepare you to this? No, he didn't prepare me, but I'm I'm just taking everything in, man. Just let me, God is good. Enjoy yourself. Absolutely, you too.
You can't tell us how to meet with Jerry West.
That man said enjoy. That man didn't want him to enjoy himself. Look at this. Watch him. He said enjoy yourself, but he's still holding the mic in his face.
God is good.
That man enjoy yourself.
Absolutely, you too.
And they still like this.
You can't tell us how to meet with Jerry West.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
But you did meet with him.
At least he backed up a little bit.
I plead the fifth.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Enjoy the game.
Everyone hear what Jerry tells you. You're so nosy. You're nosy to me. I be wanting to know what's going on. All right, so that's it for the little live stream. Again, I'm going to Twitch right now, so follow me on Twitch. We're at 88. Follow me on Twitch. I'm going to Twitch, strictly Twitch right now for the Buccaneers Saints. Then we're gonna react to the game that they were at. So we're finna go over there right now. So I catch all y'all on YouTube. All y'all on YouTube, move over to Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. I think I'm gonna try to do every night, but it's gonna be late. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now, because that's the only time I know for a fact that I have like time to do it. I'm trying to do it every day, late. Are you gonna lose? So yeah, head over to Twitch. Well, on air with D Blair on Twitch. Link in the description. I catch all y'all, I guess, on the YouTube video. So, or on Twitch. So peace.